Hi guys, I am really excited to tell you all about day 9. Let's get a little more light here of 80-day obsession. We're going through the loop for the second time. So we had total body core yesterday and booty again today. And again, we, instead of having 2 sets of 15 reps of each move, had 3 sets of 10 reps, and instead had to increase our weight and see how much stronger we got and how much more we could push ourselves. And it was crazy. So many balance moves, so many Pilates moves. Really feels like Pilates on the reformer. And she kept talking about how when you have 3 rounds, it's such a mental game. And I totally discovered this yesterday, that in the first round, you're wondering if you're working hard enough. And then the second round, it's on fire and you're pushing for every single move. And then there's another round. And that third round, when you're still using that heavier weight and you've already exhausted your muscles, that's where change happens. And I think that is exactly true with the habits that we're building and why we're building them over 80 days. Because at the beginning, it was really hard to kind of get into the flow of the time nutrition. And now in week 2, I barely track anymore because I know exactly what containers I'm eating. I know exactly what I'm eating throughout the day, and it's the same. The food may not be the same, but what I'm eating, the content nutritionally of what I'm eating is the same. Every day, same exact time of day. So it becomes really a habit very quickly. What doesn't become a habit as fast, the round 2, if you will, is that there's still pizza night and birthday parties and events that you're then going to and not able to indulge. Or you watch someone else having a glass of wine and part of your brain remembers how nice that was. So you're eating really clean, so you're not really having cravings per se, especially if you're using Shakeology, but you are watching and you're having like a mental habit corrupt system where like your habit's like, but I like this habit, but this is an old habit. This is a good habit. You know that habit. And it's like pushing through round 2 so you can get to round 3 where you like, know you can do it. You know you're changing. You know it's exciting. You know that you're seeing results, but you still have to make it through. So I'm very excited for how we're progressing. I am incredibly sore. I really don't know how I would do the program without the recover for the muscles immediately after the workout. My entire upper back, even with foam rolling, is still sore from all the push-ups yesterday. I was very glad it was almost all lower body today. But again, habits always come down to building momentum, understanding the system, building in the cues, queuing up those rewards, very, 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 very important to the cycle, and then making it so natural that when the natural things come up, you're able to overcome them without having to really use willpower, just with the power of habit. Like, oh, there's pizza there, but that's not on my containers, so I'm just going to eat what I'm supposed to eat because it's prepped and I know, and I don't have to implement the willpower. The willpower just comes at the beginning of each week and continuing the process, and hopefully in a safe environment, which is why we do a group call every week to get everyone's motivation and energy up so that we can sustain that through the habits for the rest of the week. A big issue that came up this week for a lot of people was support. And the issue of, are you feeling supported at home? Are you feeling supported in your family? Are you feeling supported in your network? In whatever habit, right, you're trying to achieve. And I think a lot of times we're in a conflict, and maybe those people in around us are in a conflict. On one hand, they really want to support us because we're happy. On the other hand, maybe prepping our food is taking time away from something else we could be doing. And you got to have that long-term vision of, as soon as I get through that obsession part, that beginning part of understanding how to implement the plan, all of a sudden I actually have more time and I spend less time checking my phone to find out where I am. Hi! In my plan, because it's obvious. I know because it's set out for me and I'm doing the same thing every day. So I think that on one hand, we want everybody in our life to be as excited about us getting results and us being able to do more push-ups or us being able to do whatever as we are. But we have to remember also that's what our challenge groups are for. Everyone in our challenge group, everyone in our habit pod knows how exciting it is. And so we can rant and rave and dance and brag there, and don't have to always know that we're going to get that from everybody else in our life. So I think that is something to keep in mind, that not everyone else is going to understand it because they're not in it with us. So this is to show you guys how valuable learning about habits really is, and creating these habits that are so deep down over the next 80 days that you have no other choice but to continue. Willpower never comes into it because you've activated your habit. So when something comes up that you don't want to eat, you don't have to really think about it. Like, for example, it doesn't mean I'm never going to have a glass of wine again. But for after 80 days of not having any, when you see one, the old cue, the old habit of, sure, I'd like a glass, it's not there anymore. It's been subbed out because all the rewards have been coming and cementing that habit into place. So it's going to take a little more work, and it's going to take a little more focus, and it's going to be a little bit selfish. Sometimes it's going to be, oh, I need to sit down and eat something right now. Okay? But here's the thing. When I was talking to my husband about this, I said, so is it annoying you or anything? Like, I just want to be open. And he said, you know what? He's like, there was a little at the beginning, but I actually love that it's so consistent. Like, I picked up really quickly that that's your schedule, that now you eat at 11:30 and you eat at 2 and you eat at, and actually I love it because it lets me anticipate exactly what you need and how to support you in a very simple, easy way, which he loves. And also I love because then I'm able to work my schedule. It's also on me to work my schedule to make sure that I'm not going to be right in the middle of a meeting when my next meal is, okay? And also to be a little flexible, right? That sometimes life is out of our control. So I think that's really the lesson of today's workout. And I'm excited to see as this week continues to progress, and we continue to get stronger at each and every workout. And then next week, they're going to take these moves we've been doing and increase and then switch their order completely, so that when your body gets used to working moves in a different order, it really gets sore over again. It's like a brand new workout. And I think that that's the beauty of the eating plan staying the same and not having to do that, because exactly, we just get used to it and it becomes so much easier, and being able to be consistent with our food and challenge our body really keeps the process fun, and it's a lesson for our life, right? We want to keep our energy and our connection and our emotions very stable at home. We want our home to be a stable and loving place, but we also need other things in our life that are challenging us, and we don't want those challenges at home, right? We don't want challenges with our children and our relationships. We want those challenges in our profession, in our spirituality, in our, in our Judaism or whatever your practice is. So these are key points. So we always want to be looking for the challenge, but we don't want to be looking for the challenge at home. Okay, so especially if you find that you're creating challenges, maybe through some bad behaviors, putting in some powerful habits to cement your home life is only going to increase your energy to challenge yourself outside. So have a fantastic day.